only 1 week and 1 day remaining in spring training. Our crew of Tim McMahon and photographer Jason Ozabaugh putting in their final day of work with the Tigers and Mud Hens. Tonight, Tim talks with former Hen and current Tiger catcher James McCann.
Here with Detroit Tigers catcher James McCann at spring training. And how's spring training been treating you so far?
It's been good. You get the warm weather, come down here, get around the guys, and then the new facilities we have here, they're pretty special.
Yeah, the facilities. What was it like to walk down here and just sort of see this facelift to the stadium?
It changes spring training for you. It's funny. Spring training can get tedious. It can get I say boring. Same thing day in and day out. But when you come to a facility like this every day, it makes it so much nicer, so much more enjoyable to have the best of the best of facilities.
Does it help simulate a game day experience too?
Yeah, it definitely is a big time change as compared to what we've had in the past. A little bit different as far as what we have access to and what we don't have access to, and it just helps you get prepared for the season.
How you doing health-wise? How you swinging the bat?
I feel great. A couple more weeks and we got opening day, so I'm ready. I'm excited.
You got some new hitting coaches this year. People that and people in Toledo are familiar with Lloyd McClendon and Bull Durham. How are they helping you with your swing?
I had Bull when I was in Toledo in 2014. I love working with him. He knows his stuff, and I'd been around Mac when he was the hitting coach underneath Leland, and then I was around him a little bit last year during spring training. I really enjoy working with them. They work very well together, and I look to continue to work with them and have success under them.
You're known as a really great defensive player, Gold Glove finalist last year. Is that something that has always come natural to you, or how much have you worked on it being so efficient and mistake-free?
That's something I've spent a lot of time in my career working on. That's defense where I pride my game. I can control the way that I catch, the way that I throw, the way that I block, the way I receive. I can control all those things. Hitting's different. Hitting, you can't always control. The best players of the game, Hall of Famers, fail 7 out of 10 times. Defensively, you can't fail 7 out of 10 times. And that's something I can control, and that's something I take a lot of pride in.
What are you most excited to see with this team this year?
I'm excited for our young pitching. You look at Fulmer, Norris, Boyd. Those guys have a chance to be very successful at the big league level and take us a long way, through the playoffs.
I'm glad that you mentioned the pitchers, because obviously you're here to work on your game, but part of your game is developing a rapport and working with these pitchers. How do you work with them in spring training?
Just getting to know them. And we have a little bit of an advantage this year. We really don't have any new guys. Guys that we've worked with in the past, guys that I've developed a relationship with. We've got that foundation, and now we just continue to grow with each other and learn each other. And like I said, that's a big time advantage when you already know who you're working with.
How important is a spring training experience as far as getting to know the fans? We saw you getting warm with a couple of people over there. How important is that?
Spring training's different. You have a little bit more downtime. You're not playing every single day, so you have time to get around the fans and get up close and personal. And I've been a fan. I was a fan long before I made it to the big leagues, and I know what it's like to have a big leaguer come talk to you. A player take time out of his day to give an autograph, and that's something I try and do, is give back to the fans and have a little fun during spring training.
Well, he's definitely one of the favorites here today. James McCann, catch him at Comerica Park. Tigers home opener is April 7th. Guys, back to you.
Tyler Collins in his 7th year with the Tiger organization, going back and forth between Toledo and Detroit the last few years. It may help him this year with Detroit, as former Hen skipper Lloyd McClendon and hitting guru Bull Durham, who you heard James McCann talk about, both up in Motown this season.
Honestly, yeah, that's a decision that unfortunately I don't have to make. So all I do is go prepare myself to get ready for the season, and that's their problem. I'm progressing well. I'm pretty close to being game ready. So that's what spring training's for, to come down here and get ready to play. And I'm about there.
Lloyd's back up here in the big leagues. You've been working with him a lot today. What's it like working with him? What have you learned from him the most?
Oh, he's the best. Probably the most fortunate thing is we've already got some rapport from last year. So just having a relationship already with him and knowing the kind of guy that he is it really helps out.
Another familiar face back in Tiger Town today, Perrysburg's own Jim Leland. The former Tigers skipper, one of the biggest celebrities in Lakeland each year, this year maybe even more so. He's usually omnipresent at spring training, but you'll have to excuse him. He's been a little busy lately.